Listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you is the kind of truth people avoid their entire lives. Those people out here are walking around like they've got unlimited time, unlimited opportunities, unlimited strength. They talk big, they dream big, they pretend they're built for greatness, yet every damn day they hand their life over to distractions, excuses, and nonsense that does nothing for them. And you? You've been poisoned by the same trap. You want success, you want money, you want respect, you want power, but you keep living like a toddler with a smartphone, scrolling, wandering, drifting, waiting for life to give you something you haven't even earned yet. You say you want to change your life? Bullshit. If you really wanted change, you'd be fighting like your life depended on it. Instead, you've been running from discomfort, chasing comfort like it's oxygen, surrounding yourself with people who don't build you, consuming garbage that kills your potential, and letting fear dictate every decision you make. And then you ask, why am I stuck? Why isn't anything improving? Why do others rise while I stay the same? Because you don't have focus. You've never tasted real discipline. You've never gone to war with your own mind. You've been living as if success is supposed to magically appear at your doorstep like a food delivery. Life doesn't work like that. Success doesn't give a damn about your feelings. The world doesn't slow down for your laziness. And dreams don't come true for people who aren't willing to bleed for them. You know what the real problem is? You have potential, massive potential, but you've buried it under cheap dopamine and low-effort bullshit. You've allowed distraction to become your master. You've allowed fear to become your advisor. You've allowed weakness to become your identity. And I'm here to tell you something brutal. If you don't kill your distractions will kill your future. Period. People these days don't fail because they're not capable. They fail because they're mentally soft, weak, unfocused, easily broken by the smallest inconvenience. One bad mood and they stop. One tough day and they quit. One person doubting them and they collapse. You know what real grinders do? They work through hell. They build when nobody claps. They stay locked in when everyone else is sleeping, partying, gossiping, or wasting time. You're not competing with people. You're competing with their laziness, and trust me, that competition is easy to beat if you actually focus. But focusing requires sacrifice, and sacrifice separates pretenders from winners. Everyone wants to win, almost. Nobody wants to sacrifice. People want the body, but not the discipline. They want the money, but not the work. They want the respect, but not the grind. They want the transformation, but they don't want the pain that forges it. Let me tell you something that should punch you in the face. If you don't suffer willingly, you will suffer endlessly. You've been avoiding the discomfort that would build you, and choosing the comfort that destroys you. Comfort has become your prison. Distraction has become your drug. Excuses have become your shield. And deep down, your soul is suffocating because you know you're meant for more, but you can't rise while carrying dead weight. You can't grow while staying comfortable. You can't transform while living like everyone else. Greatness has requirements. Success has rules. Power has a cost, and the main currency? Focus, not the weak, temporary, half-ass focus you switch on only when you feel motivated. I'm talking about savage, relentless, tunnel vision focus, the kind that doesn't bend, doesn't break, doesn't beg for permission. Focus that isolates you. Focus that burns bridges. Focus that makes you walk alone. Focus that makes others uncomfortable because you refuse to stay average like them. Because let me tell you something clear, average is a disease. Distraction is poison. Comfort is lethal. You want to become unstoppable? Then stop acting like a victim of your own mind. Your mind is not your enemy. Your lack of discipline is. Every time you pick your phone instead of your goals, you are training your mind to be weak. Every time you say, I'll do it tomorrow, you are programming your soul for failure. Every time you choose comfort over discomfort, you are building a weaker version of yourself. Your life is a reflection of your focus. Your success is a reflection of your habits. Your future is a reflection of what you do when nobody is watching. You want to know the truth most people can't handle? Everything you're missing right now. Money, confidence, discipline, success, purpose, strength. It's all on the other side of your distractions. You're not losing to other people. You're losing to your own impulses. The world doesn't reward the easily distracted. The world rewards the obsessed. Focus is your weapon. Discipline is your armor. Consistency is your ally. Pain is your teacher. And distraction. Distraction is the enemy that wins when you lose control. So here's what you need to accept. Your old self has to die. Not physically, Sartre, mentally, emotionally, psychologically. The version of you that scrolls for hours? Kill him. The version of you that cares what everyone thinks? Bury him. The version of you that complains instead of working? Erase him. The version of you that lives for approval? Burn him alive, and in that fire, rebirth the version of yourself that you should have been all along. Disciplined, dangerous, focused, relentless, untouchable. You need to become the kind of person who moves with purpose. The kind of person who doesn't negotiate with weakness. The kind of person who doesn't wait for motivation. He creates movement. The kind of person who doesn't need validation. His results speak for him. The kind of person who doesn't chase opportunities. He builds them. And if that sounds harsh, good. You need some harshness. You need pressure. Pressure builds diamonds. You need pain, and pain builds strength. You need discomfort. Discomfort builds warriors. You think the world respects people who are comfortable? No. The world respects people who are focused, people who do what others can't, people who stay locked in when others get lazy, people who keep moving when others fold, people who master themselves. Let me tell you the most savage truth you'll ever hear. You are dangerous when you stop being distracted. You are unstoppable when you stop being comfortable. You are powerful when you stop living like you have time, because you don't. Time is killing you slowly every second, every hour, every wasted day. You think you have years? You don't. You have now, you have this moment. Focus isn't something you wait for. It's something you build, with discipline, with sacrifice, with intentional effort. And if you don't build it, your life will be a graveyard of wasted potential. You weren't born to live like everyone else. You weren't born to be distracted, scattered, weak, unfocused. You weren't born to chase approval, comfort, or validation. You were born to dominate your lane. You were born to rise. You were born to build something real. You were born to fight for a future you're proud of. You were born to earn respect, not beg for it. But you can't do any of that until you focus like your soul depends on it, because it does. Results will silence everyone. Let me tell you something the world will never admit openly. Most people fail because they never take themselves seriously. Not their goals, not their time, not their potential, nothing. They walk around like life is some endless rehearsal, like they can keep delaying their greatness until everything feels right. But nothing ever feels right. And guess what? They spend their entire life waiting, and they die waiting. You will not be one of them. Not after this. Not after you understand the truth I'm about to rip open for you. You think discipline is unfair? You think focus is hard. You think sacrifice is painful. Let me break your illusions. Regret is harder. Weakness is painful. Being average for the rest of your life is the real suffering. People talk about balance like it's some sacred formula. But balance is a luxury, and luxuries are earned, not given. You don't deserve balance if you haven't built anything yet. You don't deserve rest if you haven't earned sweat. You don't deserve comfort if you haven't conquered your own chaos. Right now, your life is shaped by your softness, your excuses, your distractions, your fear of discomfort, your addiction to pleasure, and you've been calling it normal. Normal. Normal is broke. Normal is unfocused. Normal is depressed. Normal is scrolling for hours every night. Normal is dreaming big and doing nothing. Normal is the reason most people die with their potential still trapped inside them. If you want a normal life, close this message and go back to your average routine. If you want a dangerous, dominant, unbreakable life, then keep listening, because I'm about to drag the truth out of you. The world doesn't respect your wishes. It respects your results. People don't care about your dreams. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about your struggles. They don't care about your excuses. The world respects execution, not intention, not potential, not hope, execution. People only start believing in you after you win, and not a second before. So stop wasting your time trying to convince people you're serious. Stop explaining your vision to people who don't even respect themselves. Stop asking for validation from people who haven't built a damn thing in their lives. Your job is not to convince them. Your job is to become undeniable. Focus until you don't need their approval. Work until you don't need their praise. Dominate until their opinions become irrelevant noise in the background. Because here's a savage truth. People don't doubt you. They doubt themselves. and they project that weakness onto you. Stop accepting it. Stop absorbing it. Stop living under it. You don't need external motivation. You need internal violence, the kind of mental force that breaks your laziness into pieces and rebuilds you with discipline. The grind is supposed to be lonely. You know why most people never change? Because the moment the path gets lonely, they run back to the crowd. Let me tell you something heavy. The path to greatness is supposed to be silent. It's supposed to be isolating. It's supposed to feel brutal, because transformation doesn't happen in comfort. It happens in the dark, while everyone else sleeps, laughs, parties, wastes time, and stays the same. You want to rise? Get used to walking alone. Get used to being misunderstood. Get used to disappearing for a while. Get used to people thinking you changed. Of course you changed. You were supposed to. That's the point. You're supposed to outgrow people. You're supposed to outgrow weak conversations. You're supposed to outgrow old habits, old places, old patterns, old environments. Evolution requires separation. You cannot become a lion while running with sheep. You cannot become disciplined while surrounding yourself with the undisciplined. You cannot become focused while living inside chaos. So when you feel lonely, congratulations. That means you're finally breaking away from mediocrity. Your future depends on how you spend the next 90 days. I want you to imagine something. If I put a camera in your room for the next 3 months, no audio, no filters, no excuses, just raw footage, would your grind look like someone who wants a better future? Or would it expose your procrastination, your scrolling, your wasted hours, your soft choices, your tomorrow I'll start lies? You see, everyone wants success, but the person you are right now can't handle it. You need to become stronger, sharper, more dangerous, more disciplined, more focused. Let me tell you the truth that will save your life. Success doesn't come to the person who wants it. It comes to the person who becomes worthy of it. Right now you are in a war against your addictions, your laziness, your doubt, your fear, your distractions. If you lose this war in your mind, you will lose every war in your life. You don't need more motivation. You need orders. You need structure. You need direction. You need ruthless discipline. You think champions rely on motivation. Motivation is nothing. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire. Your biggest enemy is not the world. It's your weak version. Every time you lose focus, every time you waste a day, every time you give in to distraction, every time you break a promise to yourself, you feed the weak version of you. That weak version wants you comfortable. It wants you lazy. It wants you slow. It wants you distracted. And the dangerous part, it speaks in your voice. It pretends to be logic. It pretends to be self-care. It pretends to be rest. But it is a liar and a silent assassin designed to destroy your future. You need to destroy that version of you. Not negotiate with it. Not sympathize with it. Not understand it. Destroy it. Replace it with discipline. Replace it with consistency. Replace it with purpose. Replace it with hunger. Every day you resist comfort, you weaken your inner coward. Every day you push through resistance. You strengthen your inner warrior. You are not stuck. You are simply being controlled by your weaker self. Take your power back. The world belongs to the focused. The world doesn't belong to the smartest. Not to the strongest. Not to the most talented. It belongs to the most focused. The ones who shut out distraction. The ones who move with intention. The ones who wake up with purpose. The ones who sacrifice comfort for growth. Focus is the ultimate power because it multiplies your time. It amplifies your effort. It eliminates weakness. It destroys procrastination. It creates momentum. It builds unshakable confidence. It forces the world to notice you. The moment you become focused, your life stops being chaotic and starts becoming predictable, because focus creates direction, and direction creates results. Your life is not meant to be random. Your future is not meant to be accidental. Your success is not meant to be lucky. It is meant to be built brick by brick, day by day, choice by choice, but only if you stay locked in. Stop chasing people. Start building yourself. People waste years chasing relationships that distract them, friendships that drain them, opinions that weaken them. Your focus requires distance. Distance from nonsense. Distance from drama. Distance from weak people. You don't need a large circle. You need a powerful one. Or none at all. Because the truth is, nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to motivate you. Nobody is coming to build your life for you. You must build yourself alone. You must rise alone. You must fight your battles alone. And when the results come, everyone will want to stand beside you. But remember who stood beside you when you had nothing. Most people never focus on themselves, because when you start focusing on yourself, you expose the truth about your life. You see your weaknesses. You see your mistakes. You see your wasted time. You see your lack of discipline. And most people can't handle that truth, but you can, you must. Because facing your reflection is the only way to change your future. When you choose focus, you choose freedom. Focus is not punishment. Focus is liberation. When you become focused, you stop caring about opinions. You stop needing validation. You stop fearing loneliness. You stop chasing distractions. You stop wasting time. You stop living like everyone else. You become calm. You become sharp. You become powerful. You become the kind of person others can't ignore because your presence carries weight. Your words carry purpose. Your energy carries authority. Focus makes you dangerous, not to others, but to your old self. Because once you experience the peace of discipline, chaos becomes disgusting. Once you taste the power of self-control, distraction becomes poison. Once you become focused, you will never go back to your old life. The final truth: you are your own competition. Forget the world. Forget the haters. Forget the doubters. Forget the noise. Forget the timeline. Forget the comparison. Forget the expectations. The battle is you versus you. Your only real enemy is the you from yesterday. Your only real mission is to become better than him. Your only real job is to move forward. Even a little. You don't need perfection. You need progress. Daily, relentless, non-negotiable progress. If the world doubts you, good. If people laugh, and good. If they walk away, good. If they don't support you, it's good. Use every doubt as fuel. Use every setback as fire. Use every failure as ammunition. Because once you master focus, you become a different breed, a different level, a different existence. You stop playing small. You stop living blind. You stop accepting average. You start building. You start rising. You start becoming the person you were supposed to be years ago. Focus will rebuild you. Discipline will sharpen you. Sacrifice will elevate you. Consistency will transform you, and results